Happy Tuesday, Move Me Poetry community. I am recording live from the Pine Bluffs rest stop at the border of Wyoming and Nebraska. A little bit of personal history. This is kind of a sacred poetic spot for me. I have written a lot of poems and jotted down ideas and stuff at this rest stop, and I thought it was a perfect place to set up our lesson for today. We are going to discuss the 5 senses in writing. I'm going to have an assignment for you, and then we'll talk about the poem that we'll construct for the day. First off, it is actually raining out here, and that's not a green screen. Yeah, it's a beautiful rest stop. Good place to just be out into nature. When we are dealing with the 5 senses in writing, there are a couple trains of thoughts in regards to how much description you should have, how much time you should spend, different things like that, what you should describe and what you shouldn't. Poetry obviously is a form that likes to use things like metaphors, similes, in that description. But sometimes I think we forget to actually describe using our 5 senses, because the 5 senses aren't just ways to create a picture. Those senses also connect to emotions and to memories. Okay, growing up, my parents always made Sunday breakfast and bacon or sausage, and they fried panned it. So when I smell that, I get sent back to my teen years. Okay, the smell of rain, you guys can't smell that though, but wind's a little bit chilly. Okay, I actually have a little bit of goose pimples on my arms. So in poetry though, we could use similes especially to help describe what we're experiencing with our 5 senses. All right, so here's your assignment. Now, this is actually a real assignment I use in my classroom. It is actually sometimes for my students. They'll write at the bottom of it, they like this assignment. So the assignment is for you to grab a notepad and a pencil or paper, grab some coffee, a glass of wine, whatever, and you're gonna head outside. It could be in the morning, could be in the evening, could be under stars, doesn't matter. All right? Give yourself about 15 minutes to do this, okay? But you're just going to spend the first couple minutes just getting settled in. And then you're going to try to turn on all your senses, your hearing, your sight, your smell, your taste, okay? The touch, all right? And then you're going to, on paper, describe those. You may do it in paragraph form. You could do it in list form, just jot down the senses on the side. Doesn't matter how you do that. You're just working with what you're experiencing, trying to come up with descriptions. After you kind of got the scene set, then you're going to investigate your emotions, okay? So how are you feeling? What are some of the ideas and things that came to mind as you did that? And again, this part also can be in paragraph form, just can be in list form. Doesn't matter in that regard either. Okay, so if you did set a timer for that, that's cool. You don't have to. You spend as much time as you want out in nature. For the poem, all right, in this case, poetic form is up to you, poetic topic is up to you, but what we want is a really in-depth, at least 1 or 2 of the senses brought in through the poem, okay? Now, you could do all 5, okay? You can use anything, obviously, from the writing assignment. In fact, you might find you have a couple of really solid ideas for a couple of different poems. But at the heart of this, when we're done reading your poem, we want to have experienced whatever sense you are using. Sight is overused, okay? Now, you still write a sight poem, but honestly, sight is overused as a sense. Think about what you hear. Right now, there's a couple birds chirping. I don't know, I'll check the audio, but there's a semi truck over there just idling away. You might be able to hear that. How your skin feels, you know, if you're in the middle of the day and the sun is shining bright, you know, you got that heat coming off of that. So our goal for the poem, all right, is at the end, we have delved into that sense or senses, you can do more than one, and have experienced what you experienced and felt, whether it's memories, emotions that are right in the present. Okay, so again, I'm recording live. This will be edited. You guys will see a cleaner version of this, but this has been a rest stop in my life that is kind of poetic holy ground. I have written a lot of things here, and I'm traveling for that, and I thought I would share that with you guys. All right, let's see what you could do with the 5 senses.